Transition awareness breathing. Feeling grounded for both children and parents is essential for healthy living and learning. Join Eartha Powell on this series for tips and tools for creating a harmonious environment for learning. Transition awareness breathing will help you and your child find an individualized path to tackle change, promote lifelong learning, and discover new approaches to calmness.
Welcome. Come on in. I'd like to invite you to make yourself comfortable. You can sit or stand. Find the special place where you are comfortable. And now, I would like to invite you to breathe in your nose and blow out your mouth. Take another breath in your nose and out your mouth. You are a guest. Welcome to Transition Awareness Breathing Podcast. This is Eartha. Take another breath in your nose and out your mouth. And as you're breathing in your nose and blowing out your mouth, I want you to realize that you make a difference. I am so happy you're joining me today. It's wonderful that we can get together and share. Before I go any further, I would like to thank Web Talk Radio for allowing me to have a platform to bring Transition Awareness Breathing podcasts to you. And I would like to thank Mary Lou and Sam, my producers, for making Transition Awareness Breathing podcast available to you wherever you are at. And right now, we are in an exercise, and we're starting off breathing in our nose and out our mouth. And when you're breathing in your nose, I want you to think positive thoughts. I want you to breathe in your nose and go back in the corner of your mind and pull out that positive thought, that positive experience, that positive, fulfilling feeling that you have set back until next time. I want you to breathe in your nose and blow out your mouth. And I want you to hold in your hands. You can feel it with your fingers. You could touch it. The positive experience. And as you're breathing in your nose and blowing out your mouth, and you're holding this positive feeling, you notice the weight of it in your hands. Your fingers are wrapped around the positive feeling, that feeling that you had put back in the corner of your mind. You're bringing it forward and you're holding it. It's fulfilling your hands. You can put your hands around it, but now your hands are expanding. And that positive feeling, that positive experience came from an experience that you shared with someone. Breathe in your nose and blow out your mouth. And now I want you to just remember and hold that positive experience and open your eyes and just reflect for a moment. How did that feel? How did that experience feel for you? We're going to talk about sharing our positive experiences. We've talked about compassion, and so we're going to tie in our conversation of sharing our positive experiences. We're going to tie that in with compassion. Remember, compassion is a foundation of mindfulness. If you can picture in your mind's eye a box of dominoes, and you start to take the dominoes out of the box, and you're leaning them up. You're stacking them up one by one. You're placing the dominoes in front of each other very carefully. Now, you can make a pattern with your dominoes, or you can just line them up straight in a line. And in your mind's eye, when you're finished, I would like for you to take your finger and touch one. Not two, just one of the dominoes. What happens? Well, probably they all begin to sequentially fall down. You see, that's an analogy for the impact of compassion and kindness. Maybe on the surface, we think compassion and kindness is all about us, the individual. Yet, as in the analogy of the dominoes, when one is touched, it affects all the rest of the dominoes. Our actions are like dominoes. Although we may feel our actions are our own and that we are individuals, and what we do is nobody else's business, or we may have the feeling that we have a right. I want you to remember the dominoes, because one domino triggers the other dominoes. Your act of compassion, your act of kindness touches other people. And so compassion is reaching out. It's taking that is inside the compassion that you're showing to yourself, that you're treating yourself now as a best friend. And you know how best friends are with each other. Best friends are trusting of each other. You've got my back, I got yours. You don't even have to call me, because I know we're connected. We're best friends. I may not even talk to you for months or years, but when I call you, we can connect. When I talk to you on the phone, hey, it's just like picking up from yesterday. We're good friends. We're best friends. And we're learning now how to treat ourselves as best friends. We're in tune to our bodies. We know where we're putting our thoughts. We're careful, and we know what our thoughts are leading to when we speak. But because we don't want to hurt our best friend, we're going to be cautious about how we say things about ourselves. We're going to think positive, because when you have a close, dear friend, surely you're not going to really believe that that person could do something so bizarre. And if the actions are bizarre or out of the ordinary, there has to be a reason. And so you want to spend time with that friend and talk about it. That is the relationship that we have worked on to have with ourselves. And so now we're going to share that element, that compassion outwardly. We're going to take a breath in, and we're going to blow it out. We're going to take another breath in, and we're going to blow it out, because this is a little bit uncomfortable. So much is going on that we feel is out of our control. And yet, the compassion that we share with others is very much a choice. It is very much a choice. It is not something that is chaotic. So maybe sharing compassion and kindness takes a little work. Well, as my parents always said, anything worthwhile is going to take a little work. And so you are so important. And the time that you are investing in yourself is priceless. And so if you're sharing your priceless gift with others, oh my goodness, what kind of world would we have? Take a breath in and blow it out, because we're now extending ourselves. Our very breath that we're breathing is you're breathing the kindness into the environment. Sounds kind of weird? I don't think so. For a moment, allow me to share a thought. Have you ever walked into a room or a place and you could tell that there were like negative vibrations, something was off, and you couldn't put your finger on it? But after a while, something, somewhere, somehow, your feeling, your perception, your intuition, whatever you want to call it, came to be true. If that is so much with something is wrong here, have you ever been in a situation, been in a place, met a person, and you had the feeling? I mean, it's not a feeling. It is actually more than a feeling. It's this feels right. Now, I'm not talking about impulsiveness. Impulsiveness is something done without thought. It's like in the moment. But I'm talking about something that either a situation or a person, and as you are building this relationship, everything is falling into place. And so, as we share our compassion and we are sharing our kindness, we are sharing in making this world a better place. The world is so big, you say, this is crazy. How can I make the world a better place? The world begins in your space. Your space is the beginning of a world that no one knows about. And so that's why when we share compassion, it's a little bit uncomfortable for some people. For me, depends on the situation, because it's taking a little bit of a chance to do something to change. Take a breath in and blow it out. Now let's take a moment and think, where do we go from here? We've brought forth the compassion. We're holding the compassion. And we want to share our compassion, our kindness. How can we do that? If you share a smile, and the smile is coming from that gift of compassion that you have brought forward, and you're carrying around in your hand, you're smiling, you're sharing a joy, a compassion, a kindness. If you share a kind word, maybe to someone not so close to you or someone close to you, sometimes it may mean that we have to reflect on how we have been responding previously. But now we have this gift of compassion. It's like we have a whole gift basket of smiles, of gratitude. Or maybe we have coins just laying around our house. A penny here, a penny there. How about collecting those coins of pennies or nickels? And I'm not saying to just collect them and just put them in a savings jar, but put them in a collection where your intent is not your intent, is your goal is that you're going to collect those and then you're going to give those coins to a charity or to your religious organization or to your social organization. Whatever it is, you're going to give those coins away, and know that each time you put a coin in your collection, that coin was designated to be given away. That is a part of your compassion. Think of other ways, sharing time, sharing a thought of compassion. Take a breath in your nose and blow it out. We've done a lot of work today. Take another breath in and blow it out. And what we have explored is that our compassion and our kindness is our strength. Thank you for joining me in Transition Awareness Breathing Podcast. Have a compassionate week.
Be sure and pick up a copy of Eartha's new book, Tab Mindfulness, Awareness and Coloring Activities in a Pandemic World. It's not just an ordinary coloring book. It features 23 illustrations to stimulate thought, relaxation, and creativity for anyone between the ages of 4 and 94. Increase your positive self-talk energy. Unlock new creative paths. Transform your time once or twice a week to create beautiful art while strengthening confidence, building positive self-talk, and sensitize self-awareness. Tab Mindfulness, Awareness and Coloring Activities in a Pandemic World. It's available now at Amazon.com.